Okay. Yes, now you can speak. But you should unmute yourself. We have Bruce Lee. For the love of God, was this question? Okay, that's the question, man. That's the question.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can understand that. I'm just joking around. Don't take it seriously.
It's okay. What do you think?
The topic is God's existence, right? Okay. We said I do believe in God. We
Okay.
say because God has created many things. God is the one and only being who is responsible for creating life
But this is your belief,
in the
man.
universe.
Bruce, Bruce,
Yeah, this is my
Bruce.
belief.
This
If
is
you
your
go,
belief,
if you
and
go through the science,
yeah, but scientifically we
if you
cannot
go
prove a
through the
God
science,
exists.
we, ca-
Bruce,
we
science
cannot
doesn't prove.
prove about God's existence.
Yeah, science doesn't prove a God exists. You know that.
Yeah, that's the reality. That's the reality.
That's the
That's the
reality.
reality. But most
Yeah.
of the people don't accept that.
Okay,
Mm.
okay,
Most of
like
the people, don't accept it. If you see it,
okay, people don't accept medicine. People don't even accept that the Earth is globe. There are such people. So, like, why we should care about the people who don't accept what science says, what science proves, or what science cannot prove?
hmm
So yeah, some people don't accept some things coming from science. By the way, God exists, God doesn't exist. It doesn't come from science also. Science doesn't say God exists or God doesn't exist. But when you're talking about science and God, we know that science didn't prove
okay.
God exists.
hmm
Yeah, that's the case. So, but why do you believe a God
Well, if you
exists?
see,
And by the way, which God you believe in?
I'm from India. If you see,
Hmm.
I believe in many gods, but there's only one God. We see it. We just pray him in different angles and different situation like that.
Oh, you believe in one
But
God.
yes,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I do believe in one God. But he has many, many of phrases, many of faces. If you see it, but God is only one, as I see.
As you see, okay.
Mhm. There's
Hmm.
only one God in this world. We see, but we can't say who is that God.
Okay.
Uh, because if we see from the human's perspective and the scientist, from the human's perspective, we can't justify God. What is God? Who is God? What's the meaning of it? What does he look like? We can't say like that. You see? Can we
Yeah.
say?
I don't know. I can say, but seemingly you're not able to.
hmm
Yeah. But you know, for me, it's more important to know whether God exists or not. So yeah, people believe in God. That doesn't mean God exists. People believe in other things also, right? And we don't believe in
Yes.
everything that people believe. So okay, atheism is a logical fallacy that God is a religious idea of the creation to conclude no creator exists because a particular idea of God doesn't exist. Okay, Michelangelo. I am.
Ravi Ranjan. He want to talk. What does he want to talk?
Uh,
He can open his mic and he can talk.
no, it's another person. But we have a new member on YouTube. Hey, Anil, thank you for being a member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. There will be some different activities for members. You should just
English talk.
follow the notifications
English में कैसे बात करना?
and welcome to them.
Learn new things.
Um, so yeah, what were you saying? What's your name? Bruce. Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
Bruce.
I'm here only.
Yeah, and the other guy, you. I'm sorry, like I forgot your name. Ooh, Ur.
It's Ur.
Okay, Ur. Why you're not speaking?
Firdaus
Okay,
Majid.
I'm waiting my turn.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay, if it's up to me, if you ask me, I don't believe in God. Actually, I lost my faith maybe 10 years ago.
You lost your faith.
Uh, yes,
You lost your faith in God, so
I was
that
a
means you are an
Muslim.
atheist.
Yes, obviously.
Okay.
I was raised as a Muslim,
Hmm.
Okay.
but I'm not Arab. I'm a Kurd. You know what is Kurd? Kurdish? Have you ever heard of?
I think we don't need to know.
Hmm.
Like, you don't believe in a god?
Okay,
That's enough.
no, I just try to explain why I'm not. Because Bruce asked me if I'm atheist.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's basically based on rumors, uh,
Okay.
and in the Muslims in Islam, mostly people pray in Arabic always. And when you ask what they say, I pray, but I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying Arabic words. They say, don't mind. It's okay. You just keep repeat it. But after I opened the book, the holy book, then I changed my mind. This is absolutely based on your perspective.
మాట్లాడడానికి అమ్మ దెంగించుకుంటున్నావు క్షణాలకైతే
So listen, brother. Everyone has an each perspective of their own individual. If we see it, okay, there's a difference between people and humans. Humans tend to believe in what they see or what they like. See, even as we humans, we don't like each other's. If we see, because we have some sort of personalities in ourselves. Maybe we like some people, we don't like some people. We like this one, we don't like this one. It's like that. You see,
Yes, I'm for
uh,
myself, I'm a
that
skeptical man.
yeah,
You,
that's a
you
human personality.
Yes, absolutely. For being a believer, you don't have to be skeptical. You don't have to have suspicions, questions.
Mhm.
You
Oh my God, a sister has joined here.
So. We have other people? Any God believers here in the room? Let's see. Uh,
Okay, okay. Will you tell me about the God? Whom do you believe?
I don't believe in any God, man.
See, so this is the thing which we humans tend to believe. What we are taught. If you see, we are taught about new things and new beings. We see it, and we believe with that. We go with the flow. When we come to our senses, okay. When we come to our senses, we don't believe it. Is it right?
I don't understand what you're talking.
Hello.
Bruce. Yeah, hello. I hear you,
What
but I
I'm
don't
trying to
understand what
say.
you're saying.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is, we as human beings, we are born and raised and taught each and everything. And we are said that there is God, you gotta believe in them, you gotta pray for them. Okay. Yes, hello.
Yeah,
Looks
go
like
on.
somebody said hi everyone.
Yeah, go on, man. You don't want to talk? Bruce?
Is people, humans are most wondrous creatures in this world. You
And?
see, humans are most wondrous creatures. We as Homo sapiens, we are humans. We have a brain, which is like it's a hard drive. It has lots of memories and stuff, which we feed it to our mind. We think what is this and what is not that, and what is good, what is bad. We see each and everything. See, sometimes we like good things, we like bad things.
Bruce, you're boring me right now. Like, so what? Yeah, we think. And?
So we think that is the thinking we see. That thinking, the thinking takes the thing. Which we like, do we believe in God? Do we not believe in God? It is like that. But if we try to find a scientific, sorry, if we try to find a practical answer, can't find it.
Okay, so you don't know the
You know,
answer.
it's
God
a
exists
it's
or not. Okay.
yeah, it's a unanimous question. We can't
Wow.
answer it. Even if we try to answer it, we can't do it. It's like that.
Interesting. But yet you believe a God exists. How
If I
come?
say, yeah, how come means there is something in this universe. If you see, there is something in this universe which has
Yeah.
created a life. to see.
How do
God
you
has
know?
created very beautiful life, but we can't imagine. We didn't realize this God life,
I don't
and
understand the
we are not
person speaking
imagining
behind.
what we are living
She's
in
breaking a
this
lot.
life from
Bruce,
heaven.
like,
ನೀವು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆದಂಗ ಮಾತು. See,
she's
listen.
talking through. She's crazy. And she's noisy. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna allow you to keep like this.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. Thank you very much, philosopher.
For what? Hey,
This
hey,
Am
sex.
I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, so mm,
So yeah.
okay, let me fix my mic then. Okay, wait a minute.
Okay. Fix your mic.
philosopher, are you used to be Christian,
Nope.
or what's your family religions? No one taught you the God. You born atheist.
All people are
What's your
born as an
family?
atheist.
Yes, but someone, family, teachers, or society teach us to believe in a God, a
Yeah.
certain God.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
it important
they
for
taught
you
me
to know?
Muslim. No, I just wondered if you not
Yes.
want to do, you cannot reply it, of course.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will answer the question when it's necessary. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. The other guy is trying to fix the mic, and maybe I should recreate the room till. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go.
You're new on this platform, I think. I'll just recreate the
Yes.
room, and that means I'm gonna change the room. So if you want to continue, you should jump into the new room. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And the purpose is to get more people. That's why I'm changing the room.
Okay.
Okay.
See
See you
you
there.
next week.
Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 da. Dee, do, be, be, do, be, do, be, be, do, 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 be, be, do, bo, bo. Ba, da, ba, 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 da, ba, 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 ba. Da, da, da. Do, do, dum, 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 dum. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
Uh,
So,
so,
what's your question?
okay, I have many questions. And
Mm.
okay, like the general topic is God's existence, and related questions are: do you believe in God? If yes, which God, and why do you believe in God? But we have another specific topic, which is God the first cause, or there are many first causes? Is another philosophical question for the ones who
Mhm.
doesn't want to talk about especially gods or gods from
Mhm.
religions. So we can go with any of them.
Uh, I can share my point of view as I think that I don't believe any such God like God is a person or who is controlling all the universe. Yeah, I think that God is just a concept and it is made by humans to deceive others, and now all the human beings is stuck in that loop. Like God is like a loop, and everyone is start in believing in that thing by their word. Yeah, so that's my point of
You're an atheist. Okay.
view. Mm, yeah, I'm not atheist, but you can say as religious basis.
Wait. So you don't believe in any god and you say you're not atheist?
শিমুলটার সময় আওয়াজ যায় নাকি?
Y-
That's
I just said that
nothing.
you can say me that I could be atheist because I don't believe in God, but I also believe in many things. I believe in science. So Yeah.
Okay, science is not
So
God, right?
no, no, but at some point I'm a believer. So I just want to say that I'm
Okay,
not an atheist
okay.
because it,
Man, I
Mhm,
think you misunderstand the terms. Like theism and
mhm.
atheism is about God. If you believe a God
Okay,
exists,
okay.
then you're a
Mhm.
believer or theist. If you don't believe in a God, then you're an atheist. If you believe in other things, you are the believer of other things, not God. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Good. So maybe you don't like the name atheist, the label. Mm,
No, no,
it's okay.
it's not about like or dislike, but I said that I have my own definition about the God, so that's why I said I'm not
Oh,
atheist.
you
But
have
yeah,
a
but I
definition.
yeah, yeah. But
What's your definition of
mm,
God?
according to me, like God is just a concept, and people like get some kind of belief, and they when they get stuck in a situation, so they say that God will help them. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it is based on people belief system. The God is people belief system.
So,
They
Kazim,
rely on
we
that
are
thing.
we are not
Mm.
communicating good. Okay, so you're talking about other people. I don't want to talk about other people. I want to know what you think. You said you have
Yeah,
your
okay,
own
okay.
definition of God. What's your
Yeah, so
definition?
my definition is that God is just a concept like other concepts like a soul and like a hell and heaven. Those things doesn't exist, but some people believe in that. So it's like that God is a just a concept for me.
God,
That's my
God's a
definition.
concept. Okay, but you don't believe
Yeah.
that this concept is real. I mean, it's out there. It's just a concept, right?
Yeah, it's just a concept. It's like I'm not getting words, but it is like some hypothetical, like it's like a fairy tale or yeah. Like hell or heaven doesn't exist, but don't exist, but people believe in such kind of things, and God is similar to that. Like soul is also not exist. Yeah,
Okay. Hey, Paul, welcome, and Frank. I hope you guys are
Hi,
fine.
I am fine, thank you.
Right, thank you.
Okay, it's a new mic, OP. Okay, probably he didn't hear. Anyway, we can try to understand on the way if you decide speaking.
yeah, and God is like conspiracy theory sometimes. I think,
Conspiracy theory
yeah, conspiracy theory.
about what?
Mm. About God, like, yeah,
Oh, I don't know. God is among us, maybe. Maybe it's a conspiracy theory. I don't know.
yeah, yeah,
I didn't hear any specific theory about God, which we can call
yeah,
conspiracy.
yeah. I can say it is conspiracy. All the religious texts is like conspiracy theory. Yeah. And there are many amendments in religious book, especially in like Bible, in some amendments in Quran also. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There are people coming and going. Mm, we don't have believers today, I think.
Now
Boo.
believers can't handle like believers are not that tolerant. They can say like listen anything about God. They can't hear those things because their belief system get ruptured. And yeah,
Okay. Mm,
and believers are fear to something like if they if they will not they will if someone proves them that God doesn't exist, so how could they will like rely on something like yeah,
I understand that. Yeah, some people trust on something imaginary. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and they get like some kind of like their willpower by that, and they feel confident. If we rupture their belief system, they will be like numb, and they will be get stuck in problem. They think
I see.
that's why they believe all the time. That's why they believe in God all the time.
Okay.
Like they get some kind of power by believing in that. Like that not is a power, but their belief system work in that way. It's big, so their body also support that thing. Yeah.
Journey of life. Journey of life left. Okay. Many atheists in the room. That's not cool. Okay. Okay, guys. What about jumping into the new room together?
Okay. Okay.
Okay with me.
Okay, good. I'm jumping in
Let's go.
seconds. Pew. Okay, this is the new room. Let's see who's first. After me. Okay, Frank is first. Welcome back, Frank.
Thank you. Hoping you get more belief
Oh,
to talk about it, because I'm always interested in learning.
your voice is a little bit muffled, Frank.
Oh, is that better? I moved my microphone. Is that
Uh,
better?
still not that much.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
now it's better.
okay. Again, I moved my microphone.
Okay. So, welcome back, OP and Sarcasm. So, we are waiting for the believers. Let me send the link on both platforms. Okay. The vertical channel. It sucks.
Then it's that.
No one is watching there right now. Okay.
I think believers will not come in this room.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I
Like they
don't.
are feared. They are feared to face the reality. If they face the reality, they will be mad.
Not all. We had a lot of believers in this room. A lot of. And I
Yeah,
don't think.
believer. We have a lot of believers, but they don't like to speak. They just listen and they go like they don't speak. They just out the room like they left.
Welcome, can't speak. Yeah, Michelangelo just sent that message and probably he disappeared. So, what do you think, Frank? Someone
About
said
what?
atheism is a logical fallacy.
And what was their argument that it was a logical fallacy?
That assumes God is the religious idea of the creator of the creation. To conclude wrongly, no creator exists because a particular idea of God doesn't exist.
I don't buy into, and I don't even pay attention to what I call not very serious discussions about the issue. So no, it's just a way of describing how one believes, whether or not one believes in an external God, some kind of a divine being. That's all. Whether it's a logical fallacy doesn't make any sense.
What's the name of
And
the
it's too early.
fallacy?
I'm sorry.
And like he didn't even state the name of the fallacy, right? Like when you say something is a logical fallacy, you shouldn't mention which one exactly, which logical
Oh,
fallacy. He didn't do
well,
that also. Anyway, he doesn't
people
have
are
to.
free to talk. It's all right.
Yeah. Free. Okay. Okay. That's a long one. Okay. Maybe we can check this. If this is not a joke. I didn't watch this. Let me see it.
I can prove with these dominoes that God exists. And then you tell me if atheism is dead. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need just one scientific principle to prove that God exists. This little domino system is at rest. Nothing's moving, nothing's changing. It is in equilibrium, and it will stay in equilibrium forever unless an outside being acts upon it. Now, what happens if I apply a little force right here? A little force, a little nudge was applied, and the system released potential energy. And now it is back at equilibrium. And it will stay at equilibrium forever until I re energize the system. This is how Newton's first law describes the principle of equilibrium. Objects at rest stay at rest until acted upon by an unbalanced force.
Okay, let's stop here. The unbalanced force. I really don't understand like these kind of videos. I see many like they say, oh, the mathematician became a Christian or became a Muslim, and the engineer proves a God exists. So when they put their titles on it, like I think it's more believable, or it's a better argument, or what? Welcome, Nectar. Okay, so my question is for Frank.
Yeah.
So what do you think this unbalanced force is?
I'm baffled by the word unbalanced. I would have said an outside force. I don't know why he used the word unbalanced.
So God is unbalanced? Maybe.
Maybe that's what he means, but he's not here to answer the question.
I wish like that's why I'm just trying to,
Yeah, no, it's not clear why he used it.
yeah.
I'm wondering if there's anything in the comments. I'm going to put this in another tab.
Okay.
Copy video URL. Copy.
Okay.
And look at the comments.
Are you guys finding God?
We're searching.
Yeah. Are you searching for God?
Yeah, we're searching.
God already died.
God died.
2000 years back. Yeah.
How do you know that?
I know, because nobody knows.
You know because nobody knows?
Yeah. That's a secret.
That's a secret. Okay. If you don't want to share, why did you join?
I joined because I just want to tell you that God do not exist now.
Okay, if you cannot prove, I'm not going to care about your claims, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
It's
good.
all
Thank you.
up to you.
Thank you so much. So let's see what is this unbalanced force in this video.
That's a little wordy. but it describes the behavior of objects in equilibrium. Imagine the entire physical universe inside this circle. All matter, energy, light, space, and even time inside this circle. Inside the physical universe. Outside, nothing. Not even empty space. In the beginning, the physical universe was nothing, an equilibrium of nothing. And it would have stayed that way unless something outside of the physical universe entered the circle. But it did not stay this way. Something non physical outside of the physical universe had to have existed to bring the physical universe.
Okay, he said something unphysical, non-physical, whatever the word is.
Yeah.
How can you claim that?
Well, he can claim it just by claiming it. We don't know what's behind the words. In other words, if you asked him to explain, what do you mean by that? And then he gave you further explanation that cleared it up for you, that would be great. But that's not going to happen here. So we have to interpret what he means by,
Yeah.
and I interpret it as simply as divine, what commonly is called the divine.
Yeah. So, well, what if there was another universe? Okay. And if this universe is physical, if there's another universe, I can say it's also physical. We know that physical things affect the other physical things in the universe. And so, like, if something just, triggered this universe, still it can be physical, even if it's outside of this universe. Maybe, maybe there's another universe.
Well, people, some scientists talk about parallel universes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like in this case, like I just want people to imagine two universes. One is just affecting the other one. Like he said, like he thinks that there's nothing beyond the universe, or there is only God. This is the false dichotomy. That this is how he thinks.
Yeah, right. Okay, I follow you.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that's the only case, right? Either God
Right.
or nothing. Like, what if there are other universes? What if
Right.
there are other physical things? Or what if there are other non-physical things, if there is such a thing? Let's say it doesn't have to be your God. Welcome, James.
Where did I put my microphone? Hey, welcome there, guys.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, there I am.
Okay, welcome back.
Thanks.
Yeah, so, Frank, you were saying something?
No, I had.
Okay.
I had finished what I was saying.
Okay. Let's see the last minutes of this video.
Into existence. So what do we know
Oh,
about
we're
the
watching
being
something.
that created the physical universe? Here are 6 things that we know about that being. The first one is obvious. He's non-physical.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, he says that it's non-physical. We know it.
Right. The invisible pink unicorn is definitely non-physical.
Outside of the physical universe, he has to be non-physical. Another.
Okay, well, like.
Why does he have to be non-physical?
Yeah. Why?
What does it even mean to be non-physical? I would love to know.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what
know.
that means. How can an immaterial being cause something physical? That's what I want to know.
And again, what does immaterial even mean other than imaginary?
Exactly.
Yeah. But even if there is such a thing that we don't understand, what's that? Still, just because it's outside of the universe, it doesn't mean it's X. It doesn't mean it can be Z. Let's say Z is physical. Maybe it's Z.
Lucifer says it's a reference to the ether. The ether.
Okay. Another word for that is spiritual. And for this spiritual, non-physical being to create the universe.
Wow, it means spiritual also. Okay. Okay. What an engineer. Like, oh my God. Like, I would like to know what he is designing, really. I would be thinking to just avoid his designs or whatever
Yeah.
job he's doing exactly. We don't know.
universe.
Lucifer
Had to be
says
powerful.
ethers. I'm sorry.
Lucifer.
He's over in chat. Ether is one of the 5 elements, says Lucifer, but they're forgetting marshmallow, the 6th element, right?
Mm.
And have the ability to act. And if this powerful being was ever going to act, he had to be motivated by something.
Motivated?
Motivated. God is motivated by something, someone.
How could
Okay.
God be motivated by something if nothing else exists, just him?
Maybe
What would
he.
motivate him?
Okay, maybe he's a polytheist. Like we didn't know that. Okay.
And this motivated being, if he was ever going to create the universe and the world around us, he had to have some level of intelligence and imagination. So there we have it. The creator of the universe, God.
Intelligent and imaginative. Wow. How did he reach these conclusions?
It sounds like he's making it up. He's just parroting apologetic.
I don't know. Like
Just invented them. That's all.
Yeah, but again, let's ask these questions. There is an object, and the object has been motivated by another thing. We don't know what's that thing. Is there any rule that it must be intelligent? Any rule? No, right? So like the trees are moving because of the wind, or we can say they're motivated by the wind, but that doesn't mean wind has intelligence. That doesn't mean the wind or the air atmosphere has imaginary powers. No, you can't claim those things. Okay. Let's listen to last
There's so
seconds.
much more we can learn about God by studying the physical world around us. We'll work on getting that video to you. We'll put it up here.
Okay, definitely I'm not gonna check.
That's
Okay.
fair. He might be onto something because we studied the physical world around us. We discover Ebola, flesh-eating bacteria. Like we discover all these horrible things that tell us something about Sky Daddy. That he's kind of a prick.
Oh my god, guys, what would you think about this one? That's a short one, 3 minutes. He says that I can prove that God exists mathematically, and also says that world's highest IQ record holder.
Whoa, wow, okay.
You guys want that?
He
It's
said
your show.
Yeah, play it.
I don't know.
he
That
can
can be.
prove the God mathematically.
That's the claim.
How? I don't think it's possible. But
Okay.
let's see.
Let's see.
Hi, I am the world's highest IQ record holder, Young-Hoon Kim. I can prove that God exists mathematically. I want to show you that even with very simple math, we can understand why God must exist. No difficult formulas are needed, just the 3 easy facts that even children learn in school. First, a line cannot start without a first point. Think about drawing a line on a piece of paper.
Okay, he's going like the first cause argument. Okay, that's our topic today.
In geometry, every line has to begin with at least one point. Without that first point, there is no line at all. The same is true with existence. If there was never a starting point, then nothing could have ever begun. But we clearly see that life and the universe exist. So there must have been a first point.
Okay.
But isn't God part of existence too?
Yeah.
Right.
We're not able to ask the question, but I'm gonna vote for the universe. Like singularity is the first point. What about you guys? If he's right, I want to start from the singularity.
Well, I don't think he's right.
No, I don't think he's right either.
Okay, but if he is right, if there's a starting point, what's
Okay,
your suggestion?
well, play with it. Let's see.
Okay.
I would just say
There's-
force.
Force be with you, OP. Okay.
The starting point that set everything in motion. Second, you cannot cross an endless past. Imagine counting down. If you start at 10 and go 9, 8, 7, all the way to 0, you can finish. But if I tell you to start at negative infinity and reach 0, you can never finish because there is no stop, no first step. Time works the same way.
This
If
is
the
the highest
past had
IQ.
no beginning, today would never have arrived.
Ah,
But here we are, living right now. That shows time must have had a first moment, and there must have been a first cause that set time into motion. Third, multiplication shows that power must come from somewhere. Think about 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. The answer is always 1. Nothing changes unless
Hello,
you
guys. Can
bring
you hear me
in a
now?
stronger number, like 2 or
we're not listening to you.
All right. So I
You
was,
are you
yeah,
aware that we are watching something together here?
watching something together. No, I can't. I can just see the reason or the topic of the group.
Click
Yeah,
on philosopher. Click on philosopher.
Click on philosopher. Okay.
yeah. Look, we have just 1 minute left, so then you can participate. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
3. In the same way, if the universe only repeated itself with no new power, it will never begin or grow. There must be something greater, a real source of power that multiplied everything into existence. Now, let us put it together. The only explanation that fits all three is a first cause, starting point, necessary, powerful, timeless, and intelligent. And this
Okay. This guy's not different than the engineer. He put the intelligence again without justifying.
Right.
Uh,
is exactly what we mean when we say God exists.
okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh my god. So like, I just want to say, how do you know that there is only one line? Okay, the universe is made of parts, and we can think them as different lines. Like think about those mathematical constants. Each of them, they're different lines. Let's say, and the energy, time, right, space. Let's say they these are lines. Okay, not one line.
Okay.
So then we can say there must be many first lines or first points to have these lines. And what's that?
That that makes sense. Like many gods, you mean? Not
Like
only one god.
if I don't even want to call it God, but let's say God, no problem.
Okay, just for the argument, we are talking about God existence or not.
Yeah. So how does he know that it's just one God? He didn't mention about different lines, different points. He
Yep.
skipped all that and he just wanted to interpret something into his beliefs.
But I'm just gonna like ask you something. For me, yes, I do believe in God, and
Oh,
I do, yes, and I do believe He is the one who started everything. But just let me ask you a question about the universe.
okay.
Like, when, like, did we know as human being in the like 20s know that the universe is expanding? Where did when did the scientists discover this information that the universe is already expanded?
I know where you're going. You're a Muslim. You think that Quran mentions about the expansion of the universe.
It's
Therefore, you're
it.
saying that, hey, wait,
Okay, go ahead.
how they knew that the universe was expanding? Look, that must be miraculous. I disagree, Ahmed.
Okay, that's if it's only one scientific fact.
Okay, you
But
call it
if
fact.
we
I call it
it,
one interpretation.
you believe in scientists in science,
I believe in
that's what you believe.
scientists. I don't believe in religious people.
Okay, yes, and I'm not talking to you religiously. I'm
You're
talking
talking
to
to me
you with
religiously.
no scientifically. The
No, not
things that
scientifically.
my friend, just as a regular person, can you be 100% sure that you will say something scientifically correct after 1,000 years, and
Uh,
not only one thing? If
There's
it's
Ahmed,
no
only one
examples of
thing,
this.
you can debate it.
Ahmed.
My friend, go ahead.
Okay, Ahmed, like you don't want to listen. I think.
I'm listening.
Good. If you're listening, here's the thing. You
No.
believe that Quran made the claim 1,000 years ago. I
Yes.
don't think Quran made the right claim at that time. I don't think. You think Quran
How
made
don't you
the
think?
right claim, and I don't think that's the case. Why I think like that? Because I read
Yes.
the Quran,
Okay.
and
Can you do you memorize any of the things you read?
I don't need to memorize any book that it's written. I can go and read. Okay,
Okay.
that's why we type them. We can go and read, not for memorization. Okay,
Okay.
so the Quran says the sky. We expand the sky. It doesn't say the universe is expanding. But Muslims, they say, oh, wait. Science helps us to understand the universe. Look, this verse looks like what they say. And just because I believe this book is from God, then therefore this is word of God. And this
Oh,
is an evidence that this is from God because no one knew it at that time.
okay. That's reasonable. You're talking sense. However, like I can tell you that what the Quran, it's short verse, and you can tell yourself if it's claiming of the universe expands
Yeah, it
or
is
not.
claiming that the
Okay.
sky is expanding, not the universe. And I can give a logic why they think or they
Mm-hmm.
claim the sky was expanding, okay? Because
Okay.
they were not talking about the universe probably. They were looking at the sky, they were
Mm-hmm.
looking at the horizon, okay? And they couldn't
Yes.
understand like how it works. They were looking at the horizon. So what do you see in the horizon? You tell me, Ahmed.
What is the horizon? Sorry.
You don't know what is a horizon?
Where the sky meets the land at the furthest distant points.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
you okay, you got it. So when you look at the sky and further, as
Mm-hmm.
James said, you see that the sky and the land kind of meets, right? And that
Yeah.
line, that
Mm-hmm.
line is called horizon.
Gotcha.
And that's a 360 degrees line, okay?
Okay.
So they were looking at that, they were imagining the sky as like a dome. Do you know what is a dome?
I know what is it on.
Okay. But that means that there is an end for the land and for
Okay.
the sky. There must be. And they were walking, they were traveling, right? They were
Okay.
traveling, they were going towards horizon. They
Mm-hmm.
were going and going and going and going, but it was like they were not able to reach the horizon. Like technically they must reach, but they were not able to reach, like because it seems them
Okay.
it's just expanding. Like every time they go in one direction, they can never reach the land still continues, the sky still continues. They cannot find where it ends, right? So what they can
I'm
say,
follow.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
the sky is expanding. That's what they experience at that time.
Okay, that makes sense.
And a
But
person says, we are expanding the sky.
okay,
Okay.
that's one thing. But what about we made from water every living thing?
Okay, that's even easier. Like
Okay,
they were not stupid people. They were observing their environment. They knew that every living thing depends on
Ev-
water.
every living thing,
Depends on water,
like
yeah.
even the like smallest cell.
Okay, they don't mention about smaller cells in
See,
Quran.
they mentioned exactly every living thing. The
Hmm.
smallest
That
cell.
doesn't mean they knew about viruses, bacteria. They didn't know.
So how can it be everything? It's mentioned everything.
Because
So
everything that they
if they
see,
were,
it was something observable, and they observe everything that they can see. They understood that all of them depends on water. That's simple.
so it's simple for you to know a scientific fact that scientists just discovered like 100 or
Okay,
120 years ago with
okay.
the science.
Ahmed, let's imagine we have time
Everything is
machine.
simple for you because you're
Ahmed,
smart.
focus on me, focus on me.
Okay, I'm gonna focus
Okay,
on you.
imagine we have time machine and we go back in time, okay?
Okay,
And we ask the question to people, hey, hey, let's say a name, okay? Doesn't matter.
okay,
Like let's say
okay.
Hassan, Hussein, okay?
Whatever. Adam,
Adam,
David.
Adam, can you
Go
show
ahead.
me one living being that doesn't need water? Let's ask this question randomly to many people, okay? Do
Okay.
you think they can show us one animal, one living being without needing water? Can they
Uh,
show us?
Actually, yes. So there is a one being that like doesn't drink water, but he has an internal system that creates water. So if they only observe, there is only like one animal.
Do you think they were observing that animal?
Let's like disregard it. But yes, there is
Uh,
one animal, one like living
I'm not
like
asking
thing.
do you know such an animal or not? Like this is not the question, Ahmed. My
Okay,
question was if we
they
go
could
back in
experience.
time, if we go back in time, do you think they can show any animal which doesn't need water to live?
Let's say no.
Yeah, we will say no. So if those people look at every animal and if they see that they need water, then saying such a thing is very normal. Like, and you're saying
But
how they knew it because they were
but
able to see they need water.
what about like plants that grow only in deserts? What
Uh,
about uh,
they need water. They know it. That they know it better than anyone.
how about bugs and other like little uh, insects?
Oh, do you
They
think they
needed
cannot know
only
that?
like the bug. As a normal person, will I know that the bug needs water? Why would the bug need any water to do what? But okay,
Why an animal needs water?
let's consider like that they can't observe that, and you are correct.
They
There is
can. They were able to.
okay. There is another thing.
Okay.
Okay, another one. I love your debating, your like reason and talk.
Thanks for your appreciation, man. We are
Sure.
live on YouTube. You know that, right?
Come again, please.
This is live on YouTube. You knew it. I hope you knew it.
Actually, like I agree with you as a like a regular person that thinks that everything is simple to be observed. I agree with you.
That's not what I
But
said.
that requires a smart person. At least the one who wrote Quran was smart. That's good enough for me. That he was like
I can agree on that.
really good
I can agree
observer.
on that. Like either he was a good observer or he was a good reader. He was reading the books and he was understanding them and he was picking the ones that he thinks correct.
Uh,
So yeah, like that. That's
Sorry
clever.
for sorry for interruption, but the one who like uh said the Quran for the first time couldn't read or write, so
That's your
he
belief. That's your belief.
that's historical correct. But that's my
I'm
belief.
suspicious
Yes.
about that. Yeah. Anyway, that's not our topic. So I just repeated, but you didn't hear me properly. This
I
room is
got you.
live on YouTube.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm not gonna repeat again.
That's fine.
Okay, cool, cool.
What
So
about the claim the iron was sent the
okay,
you know the iron?
yeah, that's a good one also. So here's the thing, like
Hmm.
before Muhammad, Egyptians they were naming iron as the metal which comes from sky or stone which comes from sky, like whatever.
Oh,
How do you
so
think that they knew it?
Egyptians did that?
Yeah, they did that.
Okay.
You can search after this chat if you want.
Yeah, I'm talking with you. I'm following.
Yeah. My question is how did they know it?
How did they know it?
Yeah.
Like Egyptians, like to be honest, no one has ever discovered the mystery of Egyptians, of
Okay.
like Pharaohs. So how did they know it? That
You
would
don't
be a
know.
question that
Okay.
and you don't know.
If I was religious person, my answer would be I would say probably most likely God sends messengers to Egyptians also. Probably that's how they knew it. That would be my answer as a religious person, but I'm not a religious person. And my answer is they were naming the iron, the stone, or the metal which comes from sky. The reason was the meteors. You know what is a meteor, right?
Let me tell you, yes.
Yeah, meteors.
Hmm.
The ones that fall on the ground, most of them they consist iron. Inside those rocks, there is iron. Okay, the
Okay.
majority of the meteors around this planet, okay, hitting on this planet, they're made of iron mostly.
Okay.
So they knew that some stones are coming from sky because they were able to observe that. Like when the meteor strikes the atmosphere, it burns. It burns, and it's like people say, "Oh, a star is falling."
Okay.
Okay, and technically, stars are not falling. You know that those are meteors. Those are rocks. Some of them are really big. Some of them are smaller, and most of them they just burn in the atmosphere. They do not touch on the surface. Okay, but
Okay.
sometimes the bigger ones, they burn in the atmosphere, and what left just hits on the ground. Okay, and it's very dangerous. But luckily, like the majority of the planet is full of water, and most of them they hit on the water, on oceans. Okay, but sometimes it hits on some cities, and we have really good examples like uh so they were not stupid. They were understanding like some rocks are falling from the sky, and like when it hits, there's one more thing, but this might be very important if you're gonna mention about black holes in the Quran. I'm gonna use this one again. Okay, so
Okay.
and when the meteor hits, if it's big, as I said, it falls on the ground, but it creates a big noise, very big noise. It
Okay.
can it can break the windows of the houses, even like let's say in 5 kilometer area, it can break all the windows. That's
Okay.
that's the power of that sound. Okay,
Hmm.
it's so powerful. So that's how that they were understanding that something is falling, and they were able to understand which came from the sky. Because like if it's desert, okay, you can understand that there's a rock, and it seems different than the sand, right? So and if they observe
And
enough, for sure they observe that something is falling from the sky.
not all of
So
the like
yeah, not all of
rock.
them,
Mhm.
not all of them, but that's how they named iron the rock which comes from sky. And if someone knows it before Muhammad,
Mhm.
then that's not a miraculous information which comes from a god, because people already knew it.
No, I agree.
Yeah, and you can check that they knew it.
I checked and you were correct.
Oh, you checked it. Okay, thank you so
Yes.
much.
If you weren't correct, I would, of course, like tell you. But I checked everything you said,
Okay,
and
can
you're
you
correct.
please tell me? They say the rock comes from sky, or this the metal comes from sky. What they name exactly?
Allow me just a second. Metal from the sky.
Okay, thank you
Iron,
so much.
iron of heaven.
Iron of heaven. Wow. Okay, but like we should mention about something. Okay, so like the iron, the what's called the mine, let's say the metal in the earth. It's not like those small meteors hit and we collect them and it's not like that, okay? The iron inside the planet, sure, it's also from space. That's why Muslims say, hey, look, like this is a miraculous information. But iron also comes in that way. So probably people discovered it, and seeming obviously they discovered it. And now people say, no, 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 it means something else. And that's another interpretation.
Okay, I do agree. As long as like it was known before, so we cannot depend on it. Other people know it,
Yeah, they knew it.
so you're not unique. Okay,
What
so what?
else? Embryo next. Which one?
Like how the the body is created inside the womb of a woman.
Embryo. I said, what's next? Embryo? And now you're talking about
Embryos
embryo.
go.
Okay, okay.
Guide and
So,
tell me that Muslims were smart to know enough that the sperm comes first and the drop next comes next, and then we get bones and the flesh. So tell me that we're smart enough as well and good observant to know it themselves.
first of all, they were not very good observants because they miss some parts of embryology. That's why they couldn't mention, including Muhammad. But what Muhammad said, people said the same before Muhammad. Like the Egyptian example. So the guy's name is Galen. I typed his name. He's from Greece. Okay.
Okay.
So he was saying similar things, very similar things. You should also check
Okay.
it by
You
yourself.
said yes. You said his name is Galen
Yeah,
from
Galen, Greece.
Greece. Greece. I'd love to check everything.
Yeah.
So I'm following.
And we don't need that, by the way. Like even if there was no such a thing, and
No, it's very important. Either
mm,
they were the first to know, or they weren't the first to know. If they weren't the first
okay,
to know, we can go to other things. If they are the second to know, my argument is debated. So I know for myself it's debated. That's why you said her name is Galen,
yeah, yeah.
right?
I have a question. Just I don't mean to cut in here, but let's just say that it is true what philosopher is saying, and that Galen had this information before the Quran. Would that mean that maybe the Greeks do have were right about their gods, or that there's a god that Galen knows, and it's not Allah or anything like that?
Sorry, come again.
OOP.
Never mind, never mind.
Okay, you can repeat if you want.
I spent like a minute and a half trying to explain or ask that question, and if you didn't get it, then I'm not going to worry about it.
Okay, I also didn't get the question.
Well, I'm just asking if Galen and the Greeks were the ones that figured this out, right? Would that mean for him that he doesn't believe in God anymore, or that the Greeks have the right God? That information had to have come from God, and they gave it that God gave it to the Greeks, not to the Arabs.
Uh,
Okay.
okay, I got the question. But Galen just mentioned, if Galen mentioned it, Galen mentioned only one like true thing, which makes him a smart, really smart guy. That he predicted that, and I'm not sure he did. But if he did, he would be smart for me. He didn't tell you about universe, about how everything is created, how like the iron was sent from the sky, how the human was created inside the womb. Like he didn't mention many things that they are all correct. If they are copied from other cultures, I would understand my religion is just copied. But if there is one, two, three facts that are correct and no one protected them and no one could with the normal tools to predict or to say that that's correct, I would know for sure there is something above our power. If we couldn't know it, and if the Egyptians, the pharaohs, didn't discover it, they were the smartest and the greatest on the planet, and we all agree no one discovered their mystery. If they doesn't know and my book know, so my book is right. It's more powerful than the pharaohs. So if there is like a power or any kind of high like authority more than the pharaohs and their science and their like things that they did, it's absolutely a god. I will worship it if it can do more than pharaohs. That's the question, the answer to your question, my friend. But actually, I can't spell Galen, so or like I don't know if it's the correct spelling or not. So
It's in
I'm
the
gonna
it's in the chat. He posted it in the chat how to spell his name. He just yeah, Trixie's just posted it too.
thank you. And I'm asking my friend ChatGPT, so should be fast.
Good. You're using it. Sometimes it's helpful. It's saving a lot of time.
Yes, instead of googling.
Okay. Well, let me share the link on YouTube also. Maybe we will have some people who wants to join.
Let me ask you something. How do you think, like, we were created, or how did we start?
Okay.
Like,
That's
before, like everything, before there is a thing.
you mean universe?
Yes, everything.
I
Like,
don't know.
how did the thing started?
I don't know.
Like, do you agree that like long time ago there was
No,
nothing at all, just a space?
I don't believe in that.
Do you have like any imagination about like
I cannot imagine nothingness. So that means probably there was always something.
always?
Yeah,
Okay.
like if like nothingness is not a thing, okay? If there's no such a thing, that means there was always something.
Yes, that's what you are saying. There was always something, which
Okay.
is God.
You think it's God? Maybe there's no God. That doesn't mean
Let,
there
let's
was
let's agree that was some kind of power before everything. Let's not call it
when you
God.
say before
But
everything, that even doesn't make sense also. Maybe everything is this universe. We know that energy cannot be created. Well, we cannot create energy. We cannot destroy energy. So to me, it feels like energy was always existing. So when you say before everything, I don't understand even what does that mean. But because everything is made of energy, right?
everything is made of energy, yes.
That we see, and
Who made
we cannot
the
create,
first
we cannot
energy?
destroy. So maybe it always existed.
It always existed.
Yeah, and if that's the case, you don't need a god.
Interesting.
Okay, someone was trying to interrupt with a bad microphone. Camelash.
Oh, I have one question.
Yeah, go.
We see in multiple religions, multiple gods,
Yeah.
but we know there exists a single that created human life and structured this whole earth. So, According to you, who was that?
Just repeat it again.
We know in multiple religions, multiple gods.
Uh-huh.
Yes. But we know we all are humans. Yes.
We are humans, and
Yeah, yes, we're humans, yes.
So we know one God created this whole system, our earth and this human structure and another
we don't
structure.
know that. I don't know that.
Hey,
You
philosopher.
you know you believe that, but that doesn't mean that's the case.
Man, you are still
Okay.
stuck on God.
I didn't even understand what you said. But anyway, like when Kamlesh, that's what you believe. You believe that there is a God who created everything. I don't know. Maybe that's false.
Not everything, but I believe that there was a power that created this human structure and human being that.
Okay, and who's that? Who's that creator?
I'm not sure, but someone was that because
Okay, good. Someone let's say X, okay?
yes,
Okay, and I believe there was Z, okay? Who
yes,
cre-
yes, exactly.
who created X?
Yes, maybe
Maybe. Okay, but like how can we stop? Because if one, you know, needs another to
yes,
exist, then someone can say, "Hey, wait a second. Like Z has been created by D." Okay? And
yes,
someone can say, "Wait a second. I believe there is M and M created D." Okay.
yes.
Can we stop? Or or
No, it is not possible because multiple persons will give multiple answer of it.
yeah,
This
yeah.
will become a loop or a chain.
Okay. So do you want to get rid of the loop?
I think it is loop.
Okay.
Everything is.
If it's a problem for
I'm
you,
also confused. That's why I'm asking.
yeah. But if loop is a problem for you, I can tell you how to get rid of the loop. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
But
So to be able to get rid of the loop, don't say who created those things. Do not assume someone created those things. Then you are out of the loop. Okay. If you say
yeah.
everything started with this universe, like everything that exists is this universe, there's nothing prior to this universe, then that's a good solution.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
uh, just to let you know, philosopher, like Galen theory wasn't
Mhm.
like doesn't align with the modern like science.
Mm,
Yes, well, like
that's what you're trying to say.
when it comes to genetics and other things.
Okay.
And it says here, no, Galen like did not predict like the modern the like creation of the body. And like I searched also like on the websites and on ChatGPT, but it didn't give me the answer because like I believe it doesn't talk about religion. However, it says the Quran like aligns with the modern science, which is good for me. Like I don't want you to be convinced, but Galen didn't protect what the Quran protected. They were not the same.
I'll check it also.
We are more correct than Galen. Thank God. Until
You
now.
are. Yeah, but still there are problems there that you don't see because of your
Uh,
beliefs. Okay,
say,
Galen of Pergamon, a prominent Greek physician and philosopher in the Roman Empire, made significant. I'm sorry, I said Greek. Seemingly, it's Roman. Okay.
Okay.
Made significant contributions to early medical science, including embryology. However, many of his ideas about the embryo were only partially correct or later proven wrong with advances in biology and medicine. What Galen got right about the embryo, okay. Development in stages. By the way, like Quran only speaks about development in stages. You know that, right?
Yup.
Yeah. So Galen believed that the embryo developed in distinct stages, which aligns somewhat with modern development biology. So how can you say that what Galen said and what Quran says is different? How can you say that?
No, I can't say it myself unless I searched it, and I did, as I did with the information you gave me before. And it
Okay.
says on the websites and on the sources that you can look yourself that the Quran, like the theory of Quran, is 100% correct and it aligns with the modern science. However, Galen wasn't correct at some points, which we uh, corrected them. Let's say we copied Galen with his like theory. How did we correct the missing parts? Is it science from someone who doesn't read or write? Like I don't want you to be convinced, but at least the sources says that we are correct 100%, but Galen wasn't. So we didn't copy it from Galen. Galen wasn't smart enough to come with that.
Like, so tell me what Quran says that Galen couldn't say. Tell me one thing.
You can look at the sources the same way that like you're not talking with a scientist of this particular field. What I did, that I searched, it took me 5 minutes. You can type the theory of Galen and what is wrong with that, and the theory of Quran and what is wrong with that, and compare them. There is different, and
I'm just
we
comparing.
corrected him. Like I'm not a scientist. Like I barely know how these things go. So I'm not gonna be able to go and study this and come and tell you. You can search it yourself simply.
Okay. Okay, it says the stage development is accurate, like Galen. Okay. So the cleaning or implantation stage may correlate with the term alaka. Okay, the term mother chewed substance is thought by some to resemble the appearance of an embryo. With okay, points of debate or criticism. Order of development. The verse says bones are formed first, then covered with flesh. Modern science shows muscles and bones develop simultaneously. So this is so it says there is a scientific, mistake in the Quran. General vagueness. The language is poetic, not anatomical. Interpretations can be broad, and some terms are open to metaphorical meaning. Scientific claims debated. Some critics argue that the verses are general enough to be interpreted post hoc in light of modern science, rather than being scientifically miraculous in themselves. Summary. The Quran doesn't describe embryonic development in stages, and some of these descriptions broadly align um, I said doesn't, I'm sorry. The Quran does describe embryonic development in stages, and some of these descriptions broadly align with what is now known in embryology. However, the descriptions are not scientifically detailed or precise in the modern sense, and much of the interpretation depends on how the original Arabic is translated and understood. Many Muslims and scholars and believers see these verses as evidence of divine insight, while others see them as consistent with the embryological ideas available at that time. Yeah, okay. So this is the
Okay.
case. Yeah,
Okay.
it
So
says
did
these
did
stages are accurate, like Galen. Okay, Galen is saying the same things. And if Galen said those things before Muhammad, again, the same question: why we should think
can
that this is
uh,
something
uh,
miraculous?
I'm sorry, but can you ask if you're like searching? Can you ask if anything the Quran mentioned is incorrect, and can you ask the same
It
source
just said
if if
it just
Galen
said
if Galen if Galen mentioned something like you said? I remember what you said about the bones and
uh-huh.
like the muscles and the bones.
Uh-huh.
but like ask the same question and see what Galen did wrong, and
This
the
doesn't
same thing.
matter.
It
Doesn't
does
matter.
matter
No, no, no.
because
Ahmed, Ahmed.
if we are
They said both wrong things.
sorry,
They both, Galen and Muhammad, said wrong things about embryology.
I don't think they are wrong, to be
Okay,
honest.
but okay, like then you can search like about muscle and bone development. And one more thing, Ahmed, that we
Mhm.
didn't mention so far.
Yes.
Galen and Muhammad, they didn't know about the female eggs. They didn't know. They didn't mention. And it's a very important topic when we talk about embryo. And Quran misses that. Quran doesn't mention about that. Galen doesn't mention about that. So how come we should think that this is a miraculous information which comes from a God? So imagine like we're talking about a baby,
Hmm.
okay, and you don't talk about father or mother, doesn't matter. Like both are very important, right? For example, sperm is very important. They knew sperm, right? It's a liquid comes from the male. They knew
Yes.
it because they were able to observe it. Okay. And they were not stupid. They could understand relation between sex, sperm, and baby. Okay. And they
There
knew
is
where
there
sperm
is a
goes.
process, like it's not mentioned like sperms, uh, and babies. Like it's not mentioned like that.
It's not mentioned like that. What I'm trying to say, you you
Yes,
can
that's
you can
what again
understand.
what a normal person can understand. What you
Yeah,
have just said.
exactly. Like what
That's the
Quran says.
theory of a normal person. Go ahead.
That's what I said. Like the Quran says something that a normal person can understand or can you know predict. But yeah, there were parts that they missed. They couldn't understand. That's why either they didn't mention or couldn't mention, and they mentioned wrongly. Okay. So and when we look at those things, there's no any
There
good
is
reason to believe that this is from a god.
there is nothing in the Quran mentioned wrongly.
Okay, what about like where sperm comes from?
Like
Quran
what
says
you
sperm comes from between backbone and the ribs.
okay.
Do you think this is correct?
Like again, I'm not a scientist. I
Okay, ask
didn't
ChatGPT
study
like the way that you ask. Like ask
ex-
ChatGPT where the
ex-
sperm
ex-
comes from.
exactly.
Cool. I will take something. Okay, I'm back. Crisp, where's Scam Chan? Are you missing him? Scam Chan is missing today. Okay, we have Trixus. Yasser. Okay. Oh, by the way, Paul, did you have a chat with the last guy yesterday?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
Okay, it was good.
it was nice. Yeah, it was about a half hour. We had a conversation.
Okay, cool. That's cool. Okay. You just want to listen. Okay. Thanks for being here. Bum, 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 bum,
Well, are we
bum.
waiting for Ahmed? Is that what we're doing?
You're waiting for Ahmad, but it's just like it's too long. I'm just reading all of this. Like you can't
Oh,
see
I
what
see.
I'm
Okay.
reading.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get the information so I can tell if he is wrong or not. and my language is Arabic, and he is like writing in English.
You can ask your GPT in Arabic, man.
Like I don't like to ask him in Arabic.
Okay.
His Arabic is shitty.
Okay. Okay. No problem. No, no, no.
Hey, Pillow.
Hey.
Actually, as it says here, I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom, but basically, as I can see here, you are correct. It doesn't align with the modern like science, or the modern biology.
Thanks for being honest, man.
You're welcome. Like I'm here to be honest, nothing more.
I appreciate that. Many people cannot manage that.
No, like I can't tell I'm wrong when I'm wrong, but I'm gonna like go back to my sources, check more, and if
Mhm.
I get the answer, I'll get it. And I'm sure there is a debate because I'm not like an expert in religion. I do smoke weed while I'm talking to you. I'm just a Muslim, so
Okay.
I haven't studied. But if I need to study more to talk to you, I'll study more.
Okay.
Okay. Just I'm gonna go to the bathroom and
Okay.
I'll be back.
We don't need to listen the details, okay?
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay. Luckily he didn't mention the detail.
Pillow. I
No,
have a
Hey.
I'm not.
question.
I'm not gonna pee here. Don't
Oh,
worry.
okay, okay, man. He did. Hey,
Do
Mir,
you delete every video you captured?
do I delete every video? What do you mean?
Like all live you have did in YouTube? Do you
Uh-huh.
delete or it is in your channel?
It's in
Like
my
it
channel,
is it
man.
exist or
Yeah, they exist. Okay. Oh,
sorry?
why are you not checking instead of asking? Yes, they are. They exist.
Every live?
Not every live. Then there's some missing ones.
I've heard that like those lives are I don't know if this is true. I've heard this from somebody else that those lives are bad for your algorithm because what ends up happening is when people watch the recordings, the live itself is fine. It's just a recording. People don't watch the whole thing, and sometimes they don't even watch like even a few minutes of it, and so it looks like nobody is like interested in watching your stuff because of that. And so like I've heard like what you should do is just unlist them. You can keep them, but if you unlist them, then it's not a problem. But I don't know if that's true or not.
Might be true, LP. Might be true. That's why I should start sharing different content, like shorts or videos, and probably I'm gonna do that more frequently from now on. Not because you said, but because I already planned to, you know, spare some time for other videos um, and shorts. Shorts probably will come from the lives. I will just, cut them. And
Yeah, yeah, that would be easy to do.
yeah. So. We are waiting for the return of Ahmed. I hope he cleans his hands before touching the mic.
Oh, he's stoned, so he might forget to.
Oh no. Best only lenses. Okay.
Hello, can I ask you a personal question if you don't mind?
Mir, we are not answering personal questions.
Okay.
Yep. We mind that. I mind that. Not all people.
I'm back.
Uh,
Larry, I don't have any cigarettes left. Shit. Okay. As I said, like ChatGPT mentioned, like it didn't align with the like modern science or science. Okay. Let me ask you something first, and like you, I'm gonna ask you more because I like your argument and I like to be stuck. But like again, how like what is your imagination of like everything that was like there is no start, so any imagination? Just curious to know.
I imagine a lot. I imagine a lot of things, okay?
Okay.
But that doesn't mean I believe one of them is specifically true. Okay, maybe all of them are false. But if there's one true, I don't know which one is the true one, okay? So here's the thing.
And that makes sense, yes.
Universe exists. Okay, how universe exists? Probably there are causes for the universe. I can assume that. That's
Okay.
one assumption. So why I do assume that there are many causes, because things have many causes in the universe. If universe has a cause, then there must be many causes for the universe. That correlates with our reasoning in the universe. So that's the logic that we take, right? We take the logic from this universe.
Okay.
And we don't know how it works if there is outside of this universe. We even don't know whether there is outside or not. But if there is, we don't know how it works, right? We can only assume that if it works similar to this universe, then we can just speculate, okay? So then my speculation will be there are causes which cause the universe. And when we look at the causation, we see that material things affect each other. They you know they come together. It looks like something different, right?
Mhm.
So and I can assume that there was other things came together, and it created or it caused this universe. Or like a fire. Imagine the fire, like oxygen, heat, and some material together. There is fire, right?
Okay.
And maybe universe is like that. Maybe universe is the fire,
Mhm.
which means it's made by three things. So, well, what about the other things? Like maybe there is one cause. I don't know. I don't have good examples for one cause, unfortunately. But let's say if there are many, maybe there is also one cause. So believers speak about causes which are not material, not physical. I don't understand that. Okay, but let's buy it. Let's say that's the case. Do we know how many, non-physical causes there are? We don't know. Maybe one,
No.
maybe many, like the material causes or the physical causes. And believer says that, wait a second. If we seek for causes, okay, if we ask, okay, what's the cause of this? What's the cause of this? What's the cause of this? They say, no, we cannot do this because that will create a loop or infinite regress. They say this is illogical because if causes are going back infinitely, then we cannot have the moment. Okay, okay. So what does that mean? So there must be a starting point. Okay, what does that mean? What is starting point? So it means something which doesn't have a cause. Okay. If this is possible, then maybe universe is something like that. Maybe universe exists and there is no cause for the universe. Or maybe universe have causes, whatever they are, and it doesn't matter how many causes, okay?
But could be one, and
Yeah,
it could be more.
yeah, one more, doesn't matter. Physical or
Okay.
non-physical, doesn't matter, okay? So
Okay.
maybe they don't have causes. Okay, this is how you can also solve the infinite regress if it's a problem. Or let's say those causes of the universe have other causes and they don't have causes. Or they have causes, but their causes, they don't have causes. So when you stop at somewhere, then you solve the problem. So as you see, there are many options. I could even go to other details, but I think this is enough. So I don't know which one is the case.
Gotcha. Right.
And that's how I imagine. I imagine
It's
another way.
it's confusing.
It is, but it's not confusing when you understand or when you imagine multiple, you know, options. Those are multiple options, which I don't have good evidence for any of them to believe that that's the case. But maybe one of them is the right option. Imagine this, Ahmed.
Maybe it's.
What we do, we are creators also, right? Not like your God, but we do create things. We do create, buildings, devices, machines, right? Cars, phones, screens. So how we do that? We exist and matter exists, right?
Oh,
Metal, then we make plastic, right? So then we combine those things. But if they don't exist, for example, if metal, plastic don't exist, then we cannot make anything, right?
exactly. Yes.
So maybe like this universe exists like that. Imagine like people are creating buildings, okay? Maybe there are creators outside of this universe, and plus there is matter that they can shape or bring together, like metal and plastic. Maybe they created the universe like that. If the material didn't exist, they
By
they couldn't
themselves.
create. Yeah, and maybe they cannot create things by themselves. Maybe they needed material like us. We need material to create other things. Maybe they also needed material to create the universe. Maybe that's the reality.
And maybe like they created the material. Maybe
How? Out of nothing?
out of nothing. Yes. If the universe like if the material can exist and like combine together without any cause,
Yeah,
so
but we don't
maybe
have an example that things can exist out of nothing.
exactly. Well, by the
So
way, like sorry for interrupting. While I was talking to you, like the Quran already like mentions the women and the way of like creation, the body creation.
okay, in another words,
Like you said that the Quran only talks about the sperm,
hmm not
but
female eggs. That's what I said.
oh yeah, I agree. But there is like I remember there is a verse like says, "Indeed, we created like man from a drop of mixed fluid,"
Okay.
which is like aligns with the modern science
Mm, no.
that mentions both the sperms and the eggs.
Okay. Like eggs. So like female eggs are flute that we can see. It's a flute.
Mm, the sperms are fluid, yes.
The sperm is a flute, but and then we can assume that God thinks that female has another flute, then they're mixed. But
Uh,
it's not a good example to
say that
to
again.
say it's anyway. I don't want to finish that also, but I'm tired of embryo. It's clear
Oh,
that it doesn't mention about female eggs, Ahmed. That's enough, right? For me, that's enough.
because it's not mentioned directly. Okay.
Even indirectly.
Okay. What about the barriers between the seas?
Oh, that's something very easy.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Okay. So you know that those rivers, two rivers, when they meet, and after that, they fall into a sea or ocean.
Hmm.
Okay, like sometimes those rivers have different ingredients, and that's why they're not mixing, and you can even observe it through naked eyes. If you look from above, okay, let's say hill or a mountain, you can see directly that they don't mix. And probably they just observed it and they say, okay, there are barriers between waters. Why? Because it's not mixing.
But okay, it makes sense. They are good observant
And
again.
I don't know, maybe like there are other ways. Like I heard that, in such places, like not two rivers, but even one river, that there are like water, let's say, packages in the sea that if you dive, you can understand that it's not salty. Maybe they discovered such kind of a thing, and then they said, "Wait a second, how this is possible? We're in the sea, but this is not salty." Maybe they discovered something like that.
Maybe, but like only one man did all of these things. Only one man discovered everything.
I don't
He
think so.
discovered the world.
I don't
He's
think
the
so.
one who said these words. I,
Okay, we don't know that. We don't know that. Even like you know the Quran, right? You're reading the Quran.
yeah,
So
many times.
even in the Quran, there is a story where disbelievers say, "Hey, Muhammad is not the one who is writing the book. Obviously, his friend is helping him." And then Quran responds. It says that, "Come on, like that guy doesn't even know Arabic. It's not his native tongue. So it's not him. So this answer is not even good, okay? And that's even kind of evidence that this book cannot be from a god, because that's a really bad answer, very bad answer. So just
Like,
because, for
what
example,
is the response that the Quran said?
the Quran says this guy is not native in Arabic.
And who is that guy?
Well, it doesn't give the name in the Quran.
Can you just do you know the verse,
No, I don't remember, but I can search it.
please?
Okay, it will take time.
While we're talking, you can do it, or if you
I'm
wanna.
not multitask, sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
But I will
Because
use ChatGPT.
I've read it many times, and like I couldn't notice something like that. Maybe it does exist, but I didn't read it.
The writer of Quran, but Quran says that he doesn't know Arabic or something like that.
All right. So, can you hear me?
Okay, chapter 16, verse 103. Let me check first.
Okay.
But you can also, yeah, I think this is
We can hear
true.
you, James.
Yeah, go on.
So Muhammad had access, and the people around him had access to maritime trade and shipping routes in the 7th century in the Arabian Peninsula, where he primarily traveled by land during his life. He and his followers were closely involved with the commercial culture that relied on sea trade for its wealth. So it's important to understand that this was not some isolated society that had no access to information about the outside world and were getting information from a god. Instead, they were getting information from this international trade route where sailors would tell them about things that they'd experienced in the rivers and in the lakes and the oceans, and travelers would tell them about various religious ideas that they'd heard from Christians and from Jews and from the Greeks, right? And so there was this constant access to all these ideas that Muhammad was building a worldview with. And so when we talk about how did Muhammad know about these things, well, I mean, it's not hard to figure out how he heard about these things, right?
Here's the thing, like if there was other people around him, seemingly there was, and Quran affirms that there were foreign people next to Muhammad, not Arabs only.
Right.
And the confirmation comes from the Quran. If you trust Quran, you should trust this one also. Then the logic says if someone, knows something, you don't have to be the native speaker to tell. For example, my native tongue is not English. If I say, hey, James, you know what? This is the case in our country. We discovered this. The two waters, they don't, mix together. We found such a place. And you heard me with my bad English, let's say. Even if it's not my native tongue, that doesn't mean I cannot speak it. Sure, I cannot write a book or a poetic book. That's true. But James, if you're good at typing poems, I'm sorry. If your literature is so good, you can use my knowledge, my information, and that you can write.
Right.
And that's why this excuse from Quran is very logical. Okay, the guy is not native in Arabic, so what?
Like that's the verse you were talking about. I'm still waiting for the verse because
I
it's
sent it
not.
to you like 5 minutes ago, Ahmed.
Let me see.
Yep. And thanks to ChatGPT. ChatGPT knows the Quran very well. And context. Okay, let's read the context also. I didn't know the context, by the way. The Quraysh tribe accused the Prophet Muhammad of being taught the Quran by a non-Arab, possibly a Christian slave or foreigner who lived in Mecca. The Quran refutes this by pointing out that the person they're accusing is not fluent in Arabic. While the Quran itself is in perfect, eloquent Arabic, the implication is that such a person couldn't have composed or taught a book of. By the way, like I'm sorry, like this is my bad, because if the accusation is he wrote the Quran, or if the accusation is he's teaching Muhammad how to write a book, then yeah, like if the guy is not a native speaker, sure he cannot be the one who's teaching. That's not an illogical answer. Okay, I take my words back. But
Okay,
still,
thank you. Thank
but still,
Yes.
when you say how Muhammad knew these things, that doesn't mean he knew. Like he can learn from other people. Those people, they don't have to be the writers of the book. Okay, but they can teach knowledge to him, not how to write a book.
If no one if they don't know, they won't be able to teach.
But how?
That's
So we cannot measure who knows what or who knows how much, right? If there are many travelers around him, they can bring a lot of different information from many different places, and Muhammad can learn those things. Why not?
I believe you. Well, from my belief, someone who wasn't able to read or write, and he learned all of these things, and they write them again, perfectly in a perfect language. Let's not go to the facts because that's what we are debating. But when it comes to the language, it's perfect, and he couldn't read or write. So, and no one after him could write the same book or the same way or with the same language. Let's not to talk about also the facts. That's something abnormal. I'm as a person, I know Arabic and I can speak Arabic natively, but I can't even write small poems. So I know it's not an easy thing to write this.
You're not a poet.
Sorry, come again.
Because you are not a poet. Probably that's why you are not able to write poems.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
like
It's
the
like
same.
you're saying I cannot sing like him. Okay. Like if you don't have the talent or if you
He
didn't
wasn't a
practice
writer.
enough. Well, we don't know that. But even if that's true, he didn't know how to read and write. Okay.
He was just like working as a farmer.
Okay, I
So
know many people who don't know about any architecture or engineering, but they're owners of, building companies. They are the owner of the building companies. They're not the ones who has the knowledge how to build a building, but they are the actors of those jobs. So one specifically doesn't need to know how to do something. If he has some power, okay, or money, let's say, then he can collect the right people and he can make them what he wants. He can say, create me a perfect book, or like something very poetic, okay,
okay,
and maybe he did it in that way.
but actually, like there is a challenge in Quran that
Hmm.
we as a human being
I know the
cannot
challenge.
like
My question is, Ahmed, who's gonna say which one is better? Let's suppose I wrote something.
like we have like right now the artificial ChatGPT is gonna say who's like more better when it comes to
Yeah.
the language. Like he has the inputs to
Uh,
determine and to evaluate
okay,
the
if I
language.
find something and then if I say which one is better, this verse from the Quran or this one, if ChatGPT say, oh, I think this one is better, now well, what do you think? What will you think about that?
Like if that happens, I'll say that there is no God.
Really? Come on, you
Uh,
shouldn't trust
I, s-
ChatGPT like
I,
that.
I swear to you, if this happens, I'll disbelieve in God
Wait, if what happens?
because
Yeah.
if someone like write anything like the Quran when it comes to uh historical fact, the stories of the Quran, the facts of the Quran, the observance, just go and observe like a group of things and come and write them perfectly with the perfect language
Well, how?
and
So it would just. I
like
mean,
do what Muhammad did, write the same book, and let's make the judge the artificial intelligence, not a human being. If
wait,
anyone could do this, I swear I don't who I'm gonna be swearing to after this, but I won't be a believer anymore because the Quran itself says and makes a challenge. If anyone can do the same, can write the same with the same perfect language, with the same like uh, information, but not the same, not copied. Like
The
the
same
this
information. How it's not a copy?
like not the same exact information, but if the Quran mention facts, go and like observe some facts
Yeah,
yourself and
Ahmed,
write them.
do you understand like that you're in a big mistake right now? Because to be able to say Quran is perfect, miraculous, you had to wait more than 1,000 years. Because after science, you were telling, "Hey, wait, look at this. They knew it." And to be able to match the challenge of Quran, we should wait at least 1,000 years. Then people should compare and understand. So, like, technically, it's impossible to, measure right now.
Oh,
You cannot
why
do that.
why not? We can like bring
Why?
some of
Because
the
if I
perfect
say
writers
something,
and give them money.
okay. Let's imagine I predict something, okay?
No,
But
I
n-
don't want.
uh,
I don't want you to predict. I
but
just
Quran
want you to
predicts
go
things.
observe.
Man. Quran is not only about observations. Quran has predictions, like those scientific things that you mentioned, right? Let's suppose
Okay,
they're
but
true, okay? And no
okay,
one, no one didn't know about them, okay? If I write a book, that will be your expectation because you want a similar book. Then there should be some information that no one knows right now. Then I should give it. But
no,
just because no one knows it, you cannot confirm
you
that
you
whether it's true or not.
you can use existence scientific information.
No,
I
Ahmed.
don't want you to predict
Oh, but you're gonna
because
say,
the prediction
Ahmed.
you said that the prediction is wrong. So
Then,
why am I gonna
then,
wait for the
then,
prediction?
then, then you're gonna say this is not like Quran.
I make my claim, like use whatever you want to use with the like power you
That's
have right
cheating,
now.
man.
No,
Okay,
like
you're
I'm
saying
telling
that
you,
even if there are no such kind of scientific information that no one discovered, it's okay. You will accept
yes,
that?
but just yes, I will accept that.
Okay, then who's gonna compare ChatGPT?
ChatGPT, yes. Any
Okay.
artificial, like
Okay,
historical, I'm
Ahmed.
talking about the language.
Okay.
I told you about the language. If you can do the same thing, I
Okay.
will be a disbeliever. If any writer, like, because
Okay.
that was the debate from like a long time ago,
Yeah.
1,400 years. Do something like this, and like there wasn't a judge by their time.
Yeah.
He would be a human being, but now we have like artificial intelligence.
Okay.
We hook, like
Oh,
it can be a
Ahmed.
neutral judge.
Sorry, like ChatGPT has never been neutral. You should know that.
Sorry, come again.
ChatGPT or AI is it's never neutral. Okay, never ever. So just
Uh,
because like those platforms have the context of religions, they're more careful when they make claims about those things. Okay, they want to be respectful. And they want to go in line with the people who are asking questions. Mostly believers are asking questions, and even if you tell the ChatGPT you're an atheist, okay,
okay,
still there will be a lot of biases when the ChatGPT is giving answers, or
like a customer service.
like a customer service, yeah. And sometimes it's just giving you the answer that you want. Okay, if you give enough details about you and your intention,
What you
then
are interested in more.
yeah, because we tested ChatGPT, we asked the same questions, but through different contexts, a little bit different context. Okay, for example,
Mhm.
I'm an atheist, I'm asking a question, and my friend is a believer asking the same question. We got different
Okay.
answers.
It depends on the way you're asking. Yes,
Yeah, and that's why it's not a good way to
I
leave
could
your
judge.
religion. Okay, you shouldn't leave
Uh,
your religion if someone shows you that, hey, look, it says that this is better than Quran, and don't leave your religion because of that. Okay,
no,
because
I
it doesn't
still
make
like
sense.
I. Who is gonna judge you or
That's
me?
the problem. Like, we don't know how to judge and who's gonna judge. But if I say to a Muslim to prove that something is better, I don't think he will ever accept. Imagine scholars. You think the scholars will say, "Oh, wait, yeah, it sounds better." They'll never say
Well,
that. Come on.
but no one ever tried. Like they know we
Even
won't
if they
accept.
try, even if they try, no one will accept that. Okay.
Uh, Believe me, they want to have everything to make Islam like shows as backward religion. So if they
And scholars also try always to show that no, it's not the case. So there's no winner here in this debate,
eh,
Ahmed. Okay.
exactly like
Yeah. So that challenge lacks a lot of you know criteria. Okay. You don't know how to judge it exactly. Like, okay, like write a similar book. What do you mean similar? Like, what do you mean exactly? If you're gonna measure what we should check exactly, they doesn't even
okay.
give the details. So, like, if you ask any scholar, they'll say, "No, come on, this book is from God. How someone can write a book better than God?"
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, like you can ask, like, which one is better to some people, Lord of the Rings or
But
Quran?
most of things, like unfortunately nowadays, like the judgment won't be fair. But most of things you said that the Quran mentioned was because like he copied, like the Muhammad, the Prophet, peace upon him, copied from someone else, or he heard it, or he observed it, the Arabs, or just the Prophet. So what I was talking about is someone or group of people who are gonna observe themselves and write what they observe. But at the meantime, and they should be 100% correct of what they say. They mention just of saying. So if I say that the like everything, every living thing is
Ahmed, but
created from water,
we proved to you that
hmm
not everything is correct in the Quran. So why you are asking me to bring you something with hundred
uh, as you
percent?
mentioned, yes, as you mentioned, like a few minutes ago, like the book will be proved like after 1,000 years because of the predictions in it. Like the science is still improving. It didn't know everything. So I believe as like it improved now and it like argues Galen theory, it can improve more to match the Quran theory.
That's a hope
That's
because of your beliefs.
yes, because of my
Um,
beliefs.
and then you can believe in anything like this. You can say, wait, now it seems to you like a mistake, but in the future, science will say, oh, no, 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 no. This is the new information. You just have hope about that. And you're going to think,
Uh,
you can even check tafsir,
it's
Ahmed.
it's not like hope, but I'll tell you something. There was a man that could destroy this religion a long time ago.
Who?
His name was Abu Lahab.
Okay.
Okay, he was someone a disbeliever who didn't believe in Muhammad, and he was like harming him and trying to kill him and do all bad things.
Okay.
And Quran mentioned that Abu Lahab mentioned in the life and the existence of Abu Lahab, that Abu Lahab will never believe in Muhammad. That was a statement. And Abu Lahab was alive. So Abu Lahab could simply just believe in Muhammad, like at least pretend to believe in Muhammad, and that like the religion is destroyed. So if they were all like smart, Abu Lahab could have been smart as well and says, "Hello guys, no, this Quran is incorrect. I'm a believer right now. Muhammad is lying and like telling you bullshit." But Abu Lahab never, and he like Abu Lahab stayed alive like 10 or 15 years. I'm not sure, but he stayed alive for like a good period to change and reconsider. The Quran mentioned clearly Abu Lahab will never believe. So
But
it was simple for him, very simple. He was trying to kill him. So why do you kill him if you can just with a simple word, with like a good show, to build, like to destroy everything he said?
I don't understand your claim here.
Abu Lahab, if like if I'm saying that everything I say and everything I write is correct, and you as a philosopher are like still living, and you know me, and you know that I write about you, that you will never believe. You will never believe like in me. You will never believe I'm a prophet. And you know that I did this claim. What is the easiest thing to prove that I'm like incorrect?
There's no easy way. If I say, "Hey, wait, you're wrong. I believe in you," you're gonna say, "No, you're a liar." How do I know that? Because God told me.
But
You
he
will
never
you
he
will
never
also
tried. He never tried.
doesn't
Like
matter.
no, it
Seemingly
does matter. He never tried.
seemingly he was a clever
How
person.
how did
Okay.
he know I was calling him a liar?
Uh,
He did
because it's very simple.
he just predicted again. Simple. Everything is simple.
Yeah, very simple, man. Come on,
Everything to the observant and to the
if
simplicity.
you believe that I'm not gonna believe ever, okay?
You have a belief. Have a believers.
Whatever I do, you will not believe that I believe. Like even if I am sincere, you're gonna say no, you're a liar because God told me that you will never believe.
But you're not gonna prove that I'm correct and let me.
I cannot do that if you call me a liar.
You didn't try. How did you know I'm
How
gonna
can I
call you a
try?
liar?
How can I try, man?
My
Let's
my
say,
my friend,
let's say
my
Ahmed.
friend Muhammad.
Let's
Go
say I
ahead.
said I am a believer. You're a liar. Your book is lying. Okay.
Do you know
What you gonna say,
that?
Ahmed?
Do you know that the disbelievers that lived in the time of Muhammad, the
Mm-hmm.
disbelievers, including Abu Lahab, the one I've just mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
that Muhammad mentioned he will never believe, were all calling him the honest. He never lied even before he said he's a Muslim. He was honest and truthful. That was like you can search it. Like the disbelievers never disagreed about his honesty. So
Wait,
being
wait, wait.
suspicious that
About
he's
honesty of
gonna lie,
who? About honesty
the
who?
honesty of Muhammad.
Okay, like this
The
is not about this
disbelievers.
is the Ahmed. This is not about the honesty of Muhammad. Okay.
And how is gonna he predict that Muhammad is gonna call him a liar? So Muhammad is gonna lie. How am I gonna predict
No,
that
that's not a
someone honest
lie.
is gonna lie?
That's not a lie through Muhammad's perspective. Okay, so if Muhammad
Oh,
really believes that he's not gonna be a believer, and if he thinks that he knows it through a god or an angel, then no one can convince Muhammad. Also, he's just gonna
like
believe that no, that
Muhammad
this is not
Muhammad
true.
salam made a claim,
Okay.
and Abu Jahl did
Mm-hmm.
exactly what Muhammad said.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay.
So
And if you're saying that Abu Lahab like was afraid that Muhammad is gonna lie, Muhammad, his repetition between them, and you can search it yourself, is the honest and the sincere man, even before Islam, even before he said or
that's
claimed to be the
irrelevant,
prophet.
Ahmed.
No,
That's
it's
irrelevant. It is
you.
irrelevant. Come on, you
What
make
did
a
you claim?
claim. You claim. Let's say you are an honest person, okay?
Okay,
And let's say you told me the same thing. You said, "Hey, I think philosopher." And by the way, many people did that. Okay, they
okay,
said, "I don't think you will believe. I think you even if you see a God, you're not gonna believe." People told me like this. Okay, and let's
okay,
say you are telling me the same thing.
okay. I'm following.
If I say, Ahmed, no, this is wrong. Okay,
Okay,
because I'm a believer.
okay.
What you gonna say?
Uh, like, did you claim or did I claim that the book that I mentioned UN is all correct?
That's false. We just proved that.
Like, did I mention that? I'm just let's like disregard that. Did it claim or not? I'm talking about Abu Lahab only, not about the Quran now. We're talking about this particular point.
Yeah, then I'm also talking about that particular point. So I'm
Okay.
asking you if I say, no, Ahmed, you're wrong, I'm a
If you,
believer.
okay, perfect. Did I say that everything comes out of my mind, out of my mouth is true, and I'm a prophet? And if I say anything wrong from my mouth, I'm not a prophet.
Yeah,
Did I
Quran
did
claims
I
that.
make did I make
Sure,
that claim?
sure. You're making
Okay,
those
so
claims, yeah.
okay, if the people here in this group like listen to me while I'm telling you that, and
Hmm.
they have the proof, I write it down in the chat,
Okay.
and they heard me make that claim that you will never believe, and I'm a
Ahmed,
prophet, and
Ahmed.
everything I say is correct, and you said
This
the
is
opposite.
boring, Ahmed. I'm getting bored, okay? Like,
Okay,
seemingly you don't know about Quran.
I know about the
Seemingly, no. Like, you don't know about the Quran. Like, Quran has verses where it says,
Quran.
you know those disbelievers, they come
Okay,
to you, they say, "Oh, we believe." But when they leave, when they go to their homes,
okay,
they say we're just fooling them.
okay, and like
And
well,
and you're not reading these verses in the Quran?
I read it,
Okay,
but they
if
claim.
I was Abu Lahab,
Okay.
if I was reading the same thing, okay?
Hmm.
So even if like I could know if I'm not stupid, I could know that if I say, "Hey, Muhammad, I'm a believer, you're wrong," you're gonna show me the words. No, you just lie to me. You will never be a believer.
But do you know that these believers that you have just mentioned, they were never called disbelievers. They said they are Muslims, and they were treated as Muslims.
But they were not believers according to Quran, right?
They were not believers, yes, as
Okay,
I
so
believe
so
that
now
there is.
now we know that Quran already says things about disbelievers. Quran claims that they're not believers. They say we are believers, but they're not believers. So that
Yes,
means
so that's
doesn't
believers.
matter who says I'm a believer, even if that's true. Quran says that no, it's not a believer.
Okay, but I didn't ask Muhammad to tell them that they are not disbeliever and to tell them you are lying. It was just for knowing. Like no one
Doesn't
ever.
matter. Like if I say I'm a believer, that doesn't mean Muhammad is lying. Okay, and then you can easily say no. But like I am lying, okay? So and you can say, look, Quran already said that. Allah knows that there are such people. They say we believe, but they don't believe. And Allah said, but people will just go to the circular reasoning. They will claim that no, Abu Lahab, you're a liar. And you're saying how Abu Lahab knew it by reading the Quran, because Quran already says that. Oh, you know what? There are believers that
But
there are disbelievers who claim that they're believing, but they don't believe. They're just mocking.
okay, but the same Abu Lahab knows that like Muhammad never like told these disbelievers personally that they are disbelievers. So I don't think like that's the point
Doesn't
because
matter. Doesn't
even
matter. If I know your mindset, then why should I waste my time to try that I'm a believer? Even if like I was right, okay? Let's suppose that I'm sincere and I'm a believer. I wouldn't say, hey, Ahmed, you're wrong. I'm a believer because I cannot prove it to you. How can I prove that I am a believer?
actually the only thing you have to like to say to be a believer, that is La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. That's how you prove that you're a believer.
Ahmed, now
That's
you're not making
simple.
any sense.
That's simple.
You're
It's
not making
how
any sense. Oh, it's this simple.
believer
Okay,
is.
good. I'm a believer, Ahmed. Now you believe that I'm a believer?
At our religion, all you have to do to be a believer is to testify there is one God and
Okay, I
Muhammad is the
testify
Prophet.
there is one God and Muhammad is a prophet. Now I'm a
More
believer?
Abu Lahab didn't do it.
Look, doesn't matter.
I was arguing Abu
Ahmed,
Lahab. I
Ahmed,
wasn't
Ahmed,
arguing you.
Ahmed, Ahmed, Ahmed. I did it instead of Abu Lahab. Now, do you believe? Do you
No,
think that I'm a believer?
you're not Abu Lahab. If you are Abu Lahab,
Let's
I will
suppose
believe.
I am him, and I say I testify there is only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Okay.
It
Now you trust me.
it didn't happen.
Now, do you
Like
trust me, Ahmed? Please answer the question.
it didn't happen. How you are just
It's
imagining.
happening. Like
It
it's
was
happening
it
now.
was like
I'm an unbeliever like Abu Lahab. And I say, I testify Allah is the only God
you
and
see
Muhammad is the
you did it
messenger.
you did it and Abu Lahab didn't.
Ahmed, Ahmed, and like
You
you are losing your reasoning. Please don't put your brain out of the window, okay?
we can
Please
disregard that.
answer.
You are
Please answer the question
you are
honestly.
you are
Please
what are
answer
you
the
asking me?
question honestly. I'm
Are
asking a
you Abu Lahab?
question
Are
as a
you Abu Lahab?
non-believer. As a non-believer, fuck Abu Lahab, okay?
Fuck
As a
him
non-believer,
1,000 times.
as a
Okay,
non-believer, I'm telling you that I do the shahada. Now, do you think I'm a believer?
my friend, the argument wasn't about you. We
Okay,
were
Ahmed,
arguing something
you don't.
specifically, so
Okay,
you
you don't
can
want to
just
answer.
disregard it.
You want to escape from the reality. It's okay.
I'm not the one
Yes, you
who
are.
judges. I'm not the one who judges who is
Doesn't
believer and
matter.
who is not a believer. The
And
one who
it's
judges
not up
is,
to also an imaginary concept.
and it
Okay,
wasn't up to Muhammad to judge who is a believer and who isn't. Like
but
someone killed a disbeliever. One of Muhammad's friend killed a disbeliever while like they were going for a war. After the disbeliever said the shahada, Muhammad blamed his friend for killing him, and his friend argument that he wasn't lying. Muhammad simply responded, how did you know? Allah only knows who is believer and who is not. So I'm not the one to judge you
God
from
exists,
your.
Ahmed. I'm sorry, like you're just preaching right now, and I don't want to hear your preachings here.
No, I'm not preaching.
You're
That's
preaching.
you.
I don't need
I'm
those
not
stories. I
preaching.
don't believe in those stories, Ahmed.
I'm not preaching.
You're preaching. You are claiming things without good evidence. Okay. So Our topic was God's existence already, and you couldn't prove a God exists. Now you're making claims about Muhammad and claims about other people, and you think that these are good evidence for God's
That's
existence,
that's a
which
good
doesn't make
evidence.
any
Yes,
sense. No, that's not.
that's that's
Yeah,
good to
I can
that's
also
good to
claim that
believe.
you will never become a believer. Doesn't matter how many times you bring Shahada in front of me, I can still say, "Hey, come on, we know that you're not a believer."
Only God can tell who is a believer and who is not.
If there's a God,
Not
maybe.
not it's not up to Muhammad. It's not up to him to say who and who is not.
Okay,
It
but the book
was
the book comes from Muhammad, and you didn't
no.
prove that the book is coming from a God.
Sorry, but if the book comes from Muhammad, do you know how many times Muhammad were mentioned and the other prophets were mentioned, or any of the other prophets?
I don't
If
count
if
that, but it's interesting
if it,
that Muhammad has been
if
mentioned
I'm
just
the
four
one
times. You're asking a fucking question and you're not listening my answer. Good, very good.
if I'm the one writing the book, I'm gonna mention myself and my life and everything. Why I'm
No,
gonna like bother
no,
mentioning another
no,
people?
no. That there can be a lot of reasons to mention other people in other religions because there are people already believes in other religions. Okay, if you mention their book, their people, then you can attract them. If you speak about something very different or only about your life, people might not buy it. Okay, and that's
But
a good way to talk to their language or their history, their religion, then you can attract people.
attract people,
Yeah.
maybe. Like if I'm the one writing my book, and I'm gonna like mention prophets, and I'm considered to be one of them. I'm gonna mention myself at least 10 times, 20 times,
At least
anything.
20 times. Is there any rule like that?
Like I'll be mentioning myself. I'll be like, why
Okay,
I'm gonna
maybe
clarify
Muhammad
another one.
was not as arrogant as you are. Maybe
He
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 was not
he
selfish
was
like you.
he
Maybe
was
that's why he
humble.
didn't mention.
He
Yeah,
was humble.
maybe. Yeah,
Yes,
probably he was humble. That's why he didn't mention about himself that much.
maybe
Seemingly,
yes.
you're not as humble as him. That's why you want to mention
No,
about
no,
yourself more than other
I'm not.
people.
I'm better than other people. Why I'm gonna mention other people in my book? I'm the one writing the book. I have all the
That
authority.
doesn't mean you're better. Like being humble doesn't mean better than other
No,
people.
no,
Okay.
that's it. I didn't mean it literally.
Okay.
I was
Then
just kidding.
what do you mean exactly? Like, I can
I'm
accept
just
that Muhammad was humble about something. Still, that doesn't mean he was better than the other people. And I told you the reason why he mentions about other people.
like I could accept the reason if he was mentioning like things that make sense for the other people who is preaching to. Like for example, he is saying about Jesus that he was born without a father, and Christians
Mir,
are
wait a
saying
second.
both.
Hey, Matt.
Yes, go ahead.
No, not you. Mir.
Amir, yes. Allow me one second.
Okay. The
Hi, brother.
block was just seconds away. Mir.
Why?
He know it. Hey, Ravi. And we have Mister.
Hi, philosopher.
Hi, hi.
Hi, brother. Believe in God. Which why? This is
Yeah,
the
those are
topic.
the questions. Yeah.
Hello, Habibi.
Yeah, I believe in God.
Which God?
The ancient religion
The ancient
in
religion?
the world, in the world ever.
Okay. You're talking about
Yeah,
Hinduism?
exactly, buddy. You know very well about Hinduism. I'm
No,
from Hinduism.
that's
Yeah.
not true.
Okay. What is true?
I don't know what is true out there.
But it's not
About,
ancient.
yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe your religion is true.
No. It's not about the being. It's not about my religion is saying I'm ancient. It's about the architecture, like architecture. You know, it's
Architecture?
like Yeah, I mean architecture means like a lot of murtis are found. Those are buried in the land. Okay,
Oh, wait.
and those are 4,000, 5,000 years old.
They
Murtis
found
of
what?
Hinduism god.
I don't understand what you're saying. They found what?
Murti. Wait a
Murti.
second.
Well, what does it mean,
Like
Murti?
murti
But
means
just
embodiment.
I don't understand you, Ravi.
A statue, ideal of our god.
Statue. They found statue. Therefore,
Yeah.
God is real.
No. Like that is, I don't know the exact English word of using here murti, but we use the murti, we use the statue to worship our god. Okay.
Okay, that means they found a
Yeah.
statue. That doesn't mean
Yeah, of our god.
of your God.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing, Ravi. Do you know Iron Man?
Yes, Iron Man.
Okay, so after the movie, people like it. You know that, right?
Okay.
They made they made small, you know, copies of Iron Man made of
Okay.
plastic or sometimes iron. Okay, mostly for kids.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
imagine 2000 years later, people start finding them.
Okay.
If they think Iron Man was real, do you think that that's logical?
Okay.
Just because you find a simple statue or toy, that means this is a really good evidence that Iron Man was a real thing in
But
reality?
no. It's not about real or fake. It's about who is ancient or who is not. I'm talking about
No,
ancient one.
no, I'm sorry. This is
Yeah.
not our topic. We're talking about God's existence, not statue.
But you did a counter question. Okay, Hinduism is not an ancient one. You did a counter question, and I proved you how it is.
Like I didn't have any problem with claiming,
Okay, and let me
Hinduism is an
discuss
ancient
about do you
religion.
believe in God? Which God? I believe in God.
Which God
Yeah.
again?
Which God again? Like there are so many gods. Okay, in our Hinduism, as you know about it,
Hmm.
and also like see, we are the one who worship nature also. Okay.
You gonna
Okay.
tell me which God you believe in?
Yeah. I'm telling you, brother. There are. It is very complex to tell because we are the Hinduism. We worship nature also. We worship tree. We
Uh,
worship sea. We
okay,
worship lot of things.
so
Yeah, we worship God also.
you do
Yeah.
not worship only God. You also worship nature.
Exactly. That's the beautiness of our Hinduism. You are
Okay,
free to
okay,
worship
but
everything.
which gods you worship?
Brother, I worship tree. I worship Bajrang Bali. You know Bajrang
Uh,
Bali.
I'm sorry. Like, look, your English also making it really hard, but plus you do not answer the questions properly. That's another problem.
he was believing in everything.
Anyway,
Okay, but there is like one thing I want to tell you before I forget. Like before I come, like one of my friends told me about you, and I talked with many atheists before, like just a short talk, and most of them were not like honest and like searching for reason and argument. But from my perspective, you are like you're honest and you're trying like you make sense of things and then you respond like when you're incorrect you say that and I do appreciate that.
thanks for appreciating Ahmed. It's
Say
nice
again.
that people can see sometimes this part of this room. There are many believers they hate this room. Uh, not only believers, even there are non-believers who hate me. But anyway, and I always say that there are also very good believers out there. We have a lot of conversations with believers. Doesn't matter which religion.
Okay.
They're always good people and honest people. They also go and research and they say, "Oh, wait a second, I didn't know this. I should search more," and that shows the honesty also, and I like it.
Mhm. Yeah, like me too. I'm sure whatever, like, uh, whatever I'm gonna say, it's not coming from studying. It's just my beliefs, the things that they taught me when I was young. So I didn't study like deep. I know I'm not the expert to argue with you, because if I have the whole source, I'll be able to speak better. However, I'm not. But I'm trying because one of my friends asked me to, and when I started, like usually I don't spend that time to talking to anyone, but it's interesting, talking to you. You say you talk reason, and I love the people who talk reason.
Thanks again, man. So you don't have to praise more. Okay, I don't like
Any-
it too.
Anytime. I'm just.
Okay.
Do you have a cigarette? Do you smoke?
What?
Do you smoke?
Do I smoke? No,
Why? Why don't you smoke?
because it's harming me.
Okay, that's a good point. I don't know. My cigarettes, nothing left. Um, like, are you gonna talk to other people? Does it end at a particular time?
Yeah, it will end very soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure talking to you anyway.
Thanks for joining, Ahmed.
You're so welcome.
Yeah,
I
we got.
go. I have to go.
Okay, man.
Take care of myself.
Yeah, have a good day. Bye
Yourself,
bye.
my friend. Bye bye.
Okay. Okay. OP left. Probably he's busy. I don't have much time today. Maybe I should end it right now. I could go for another 20 minutes, but let's end it now. Let me see. Okay. Not many people were active today, also. So, Can't Speak was very active today, and thank you so much for being here, Can't Speak. And we had Theo, DIJ. Okay, thanks for being here also. Neck2 was also here, and thanks so much. Unapologetically blah blah, I cannot read the whole name. I don't remember from the chat box, but I see the name here. Thanks for being here. Anarchist visited us. Thanks for being here. Vibe was here. Thanks for being here, Vibe. And we had Thomas. I think this is Thomas. Yeah. Thanks for visiting, Thomas. We had James Apperson. Thanks for being here, James. Hey, Mir. Like nothing is here private. You should know that. Everyone can see your messages. I'm studying philosophy, Mir, if you want to know that. I'm a bad student. We had Anil. Thanks, Anil, for being member today. You are the third member of this channel. Thanks for the support. We had Dosek. Dosek. I don't know the name, but thanks for being here again. Michelangelo. He dropped one message and he left, as always. Thanks for visiting. We had the Preacher Burger. Thanks for preaching. And I see Volk. When did you join, Volk? Oh, just recently. I want to join the panel, but I keep angering out Phil and his own stage. Okay, thanks for considering that, Volk. But I was about to leave already, so you're late today. And that's all. Okay. What else? What else? What else do we have? I don't know. This week, I may be busy, so I'm not promising for everyday streams, but I will try my best to spare time. Thanks for joining. Yeah, and we had Paul also. We should mention about Paul for the participation. Thank you, Paul. Oh, Paul is back. I was just mentioning about you, Paul.
What happens?
What? Oh, bad internet? Maybe. Maybe something else. Okay. It's just philosophy. No specific subject, man. What is this comment? Oh, it was real because his sheet music, books, his writing, and the paintings of him doesn't prove anything about his existence. Okay, the same guy. I remember this guy. Okay. Okay. Anyway, yeah, seemingly he's not coming back. And here's the link for the people who wants to keep chatting. I'm leaving right now. Mir, thanks for being here also. Take care. Take care all. Bye.